somebody's on it.
Right there, someone on it.
Oh.
I took off on the wrong wave and had a horrible wipeout, and the wipeout was terrible. I got held under for 2 waves, and I almost drowned. And I sort of had an idea to incorporate a air bladder. You know, just like the airplane one, where you go poof and it inflates immediately. So I wrote an email to Hub, who is the wetsuit designer at Billabong, and I told him my idea, and we kind of went back and forth about it.
He asked if we could, you know, incorporate this like airplane vest or, you know, inflatable vest somehow, and I was just like, whoa, you know, I don't know if we can do that. I had never even considered it.
It took about 5 or 6 months going back and forth with Billabong and going back and forth with the company that's making the air bladders and the flotation device.
Thankfully, the first company I contacted is the company that we're working with now, which is Mustang Survival. They've been very helpful and very excited. I think as excited as we are. We drew up some sketches, and I sent him his way, and we kind of started to think about, you know, the size and shape of the bladder, and brought some materials. We just began cutting, sewing, and literally, like, I think within 2 hours we had a prototype.
And so I get this box in the mail with all the cylinders and all the gear and all this stuff. And I was so excited to open this box, and I went and did the testing, and I swam down and I pulled the thing, and as soon as it started inflating, I was just like, this changes the game. This absolutely is a game changer. And I was so excited, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I couldn't wait to get back home to tell my wife, first of all. And then I emailed Hub back at Billabong and just said, oh my God, we got it. This is absolutely way better than I was ever hoping it was gonna be.
You know, we were both pretty surprised that, you know, the idea actually worked that well right off the bat. So we made a few minor tweaks and built some more prototypes, and then he actually started using it in the surf.
I literally got him, and like 3 or 4 days later, there was a massive swell on the map. It was the very first swell of the winter. That night, we caught a flight and a speedboat out to Cortez Bank, which is 100 miles straight out from the Southern California coast. And the waves were super big the next day. And I paddled into a really big wave, and I had a super bad wipeout and got pushed under super far. And I thought this is the perfect time to test this thing. And I pulled my cord, and I went from panicking as soon as it started inflating, and I realized how much power the thing had. I totally relaxed, and I stopped stressing out, and I didn't even swim. I just let the thing bring me up. And I got pounded on a wave, and at the end of the wipeout, I was still pretty far in the water, and I pulled it, and it brought me up pretty quick.
Were you happy with how it worked?
Yeah, and then there was 2 more pretty solid waves right afterwards that the whitewater rolled over me, and it popped me right up.
Really?
Instead of like pushing me, it rolled over me and took me to the surface. I've tested it 3 times in total on a really big wipeout, and I haven't been held under for longer than 10 seconds yet.
You know, once we started really working with it and realized, you know, what we had, I think, yeah, it did become, you know, our intention to get it out there to, you know, at least the elite big wave community, you know, as soon as possible.
The last time that I inflated the suit was at Jaws, and I had this bad wipeout. I pulled it, I came right up, I paddled back to the boat. I had an extra cylinder in there. I took off the suit, I deflated it, took out the cylinder, put the next cylinder in, put my suit back on, and I was back in the water in maybe 10, 12 minutes tops. Kind of puts it in perspective how quick and easy and efficient the thing is to use.
I'm actually really honored to be working on this project. I'm glad it's been successful so far. I hope it continues.
First and foremost, I designed this thing to save lives. And now that it's done, now that the thing is ready to go, you know, I'm excited to give it to all my friends who are the very best big wave surfers in the world. We have a core group of guys that I'm really close to, and everybody wants to be out there. Everybody wants to charge huge waves and push the envelope. But I want all my friends to be safe, and I want them all to come home to their families every night. And I think we've achieved that, and I'm excited about it.